Hello, and welcome to my short exploration of encoding archival context, corporate bodies, persons, and families. And we don't have a lot of time, so let's get going. So it is a product of the Society of American Archivists and the Berlin State Library. It was created to be used with the International Standard of Archival Authority Record for corporate bodies, persons, and families. You can use it in association with EAD, so you don't have to have either or, you can have both. And it was adopted by SAA in 2011. So EAC-CPF was created to allow different individual repositories to share data through their finding aids over the internet. The XML, since it is written in XML, allows for more linked open data and is just more web friendly than EAD. So EAD is sort of the Mark I of archival finding aids. So EAD is what you would use to encode your finding aid to make it searchable within your own website, and EAC is what you would use if you wanted your data to be linked with the data of other repositories. So if you have data on this one person in your own repository, you could link that with data on the same person in different repositories. It also allows for what I like to call metadata, which is information about how this metadata record was created and maintained and who created it. So a little bit about finding aids, because I don't know who's in the archival track and who isn't. So in your regular library collection, you organize by subject or by author. You can't do that in archival collections. Archival collections are organized by provenance, which has a lot to do with the creator. So in an archival collection, you would need a finding aid in order to search by the creator, to know what is in the collection, what dates it spans, contextual information, what sort of materials are in the collection. That would be in your finding aid. So the general structure of EAC-CPF, you have three top elements. Control is necessary, and then you can have either or both, CPF description and multiple identities. So control contains your metadata, CPF description contains your general finding aid information, and multiple identities contains information about the identity of the creator. So what's the preferred name? Does he have any other names? Did he write under a pseudonym? What sort of things you would need to know about the creator's identity. So CPF description contains the sub-elements identity, which is required, and then the optional elements description, relations, and alternative set. In particular, description contains your normal finding aid material, and relations is what makes linkability happen. So relations has the sub-elements CPF relation, function relation, and resource relation. CPF relation is going to be your corporate bodies, your persons, your families. So that's going to link to other entities, other people, and function relation is going to be your link to what function, what role did this person play in a business or some sort of society. What kind of roles did this person play in larger bodies of people. Resource relation is links to other resources. It could be other collections. It could be resources about the creator of this collection, resources about his role in his occupation, or any kind of information about the collection. So one of the cool things that EAC-CPF does is it allows for X links. X-links allow you to attach metadata to your links as opposed to your regular old ahref. That is just your link. It takes you somewhere else or somewhere internal in your own document. The X-link lets you tell your web browser, where does this link go to? What is it for? You can give it a title. It can say, I want you to open this in a new window. I want you to open this automatically. It has a lot of different functions. So our specific aspects to EAC-CPF are the relations feature, which makes it so friendly to the linked open web, and the integration of X-links. So problems and challenges. I see adoption being the main problem here. It is a relatively new schema. Most people are using EAD, and it is going to take some buy-in. Some people are going to need to buy into this new schema before they start using it. There's got to be a reason that they need to use it. And the cost of adoption, it's gonna, it's not a really difficult schema, but there are a lot of moving parts and pieces that you wouldn't find in EAD, so it's going to take some time to learn. So I have some examples for us to look at. I have the tag library, which tells you all the different tags that you would use in your XML document, and an example of what an XML document in EAC-CPF looks like. And here are some resources which I will post for you separate from this video at the end.